Hi again, and we've been talking about some of the hidden power in Howler and in PD Artist as well, and some of the features that are not necessarily hidden but are just obscured by the fact that we have a tremendous number of features. So today I'm going to be talking about color wheels. If you've ever really looked at an artist color wheel, you might notice something that's a little bit off, a little bit different than what you're used to on the computer, and that is based on red, yellow, and blue instead of red, green, and blue. It's sort of a big topic, but just to get into it, we're talking the difference between additive and subtractive colors. Google it. But today we're going to just look at a red, yellow, and blue color wheel, and then take a look at Howler. As you can see here, we have the primary colors red, yellow, and blue at equal spaces between each other. And if you look at the complements, colors that are on the opposite sides of each other on the wheel, you'll see they're different than what you normally see in a computer-based color wheel, like orange and violet, yellow and violet rather, and orange and violet blue and that sort of thing. Whereas in a color wheel in a paint program, you normally see yellow and blue as opposites, and so on. This can really affect the way you do artwork. Obviously, if you select complements or some other form of such as analogous or whatever, it's going to affect the way you work, and it's not going to be quite the same as if you were working with pigments. So it's good to be able to take this idea and bring it into a paint program, and that's exactly how Howler is designed. We can go into our color picker, and as we go to the themes area, or perhaps the pigments area, you can see we have these somewhat elaborate looking setups. Well, what do? Well, they basically let us remap our color palettes to really anything we want. But one good thing we can do with that is make a color palette that's consistent with red, yellow, and blue color picking. So one way we can do that is go to the pigments here and just select the colors that we want. So if we want yellow and violet to be complements, we can set that up. Should have a violet in here somewhere. Let's see. Of course, you can also make your own colors here. Just hover over here, and a color picker will pop up for you. But I'm just going to go ahead and use the name colors. So if we wanted red and green to be complements, we can do that now. Let's see, I'm going to use some lawn green. I'm going to keep that red that's already in there, and I'll probably want sort of a yellow green, greenish yellow there now. Then I'll probably want something, I'm pretty much ignoring blue, so I probably would want to remap this, but you get the idea of what we're doing here. You can remap your color wheels to really anything you want. So I suppose ideally blue should be here maybe, or anywho, you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and load a color theme that we've already created just to show. That we've done that. Here we can see that there's a yellow and a violet. They're opposites. There's a red and green that's opposite. There's an orange and blue that's opposite. So that's basically your red, yellow, and blue color picker. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK, and as you can see, this will now affect our color wheel. As you can see, we now have yellow and violet, orange and blue as complements, and red and green as complements. And you can see here our analogous colors, our complement colors, our triads and split complements, and they are all now working the way that they would work on a regular color wheel. And I'll go here, and you can see. Let's see. Go to color wheel, and you can see the same as applies here, and also the color harmony panel, and you can see the same applies there. This affects our complements, our splits, and triads. All right, so that is just a really brief look at pigment profiles or color themes in Howler. and how they're used. And that's really a big subject. We can talk about painting with complements and all that sort of stuff later. But thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and any questions or whatever, and talk to you later.